Hi, my name is Ethan, and I'm just going to be asking you a couple questions about your physical activity participation. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. Your first one: do you engage in any physical activity, exercise, or examples? Can you include any examples? So, like your work. Do you go exercise on a daily basis? What's that like?
Yeah, so I work outside,
Okay.
and I work for a window cleaning and pressure washing company. So we obviously clean windows. We power wash houses, driveways. We do gutter cleaning. So with that, there's a lot of obviously like walking around,
Right.
lifting like big ladders, going up and down ladders, and
So very physically active.
yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Do you have any medical conditions that um, would not allow you to participate in physical activity outside of your daily work? So, like if we started an exercise program, would you have anything that would limit you in what you do?
No.
No. Okay. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you don't do anything outside of what's necessity, and 10 being I incorporate physical activity in everything I do. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say that level is?
Okay. I would say an average day, I'm between a 5 to a 6.
5 to 6. Okay. Awesome. And are you? Is that incorporating it every day? Is this a part of like your everyday schedule,
Yeah, so like on a,
or does it change on a day?
it does change.
Change it?
Yeah, on the days I'm working, it's usually higher. I would say like like a 6 to an 8. But then on the days where I'm not working, where I'm not walking to school, on a Sunday, a day like today, I like
Okay.
to be more restful. I would say it's probably a 4 or 5.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Um, so kind of talking back now to your past, kind of dictating how that's doing that. Guiding that now. How is your past experience in physical activity is now driving your present day?
Yeah, so I have really always played sports growing
Okay.
up. I grew up playing soccer, basketball, baseball, and other sports, and so I just grew up always, playing, always being active, and I think that that's part of the reason why I just always like to be staying active and doing stuff is it's just been a part of
Right.
my life since I
Right.
was a kid. So.
Right. Do you try and incorporate any like your sports play now? Do you play in like old, like more adult leagues? Do you do anything like
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't do like a formal like adult
that?
league
Okay.
for anything, but I play basketball sometimes in the mornings with guys on
Okay.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Awesome. Awesome. That's good. That's great. That staying physically active. That's the key of what we're wanting here. We want to see if we can guide that a little bit more. So, what out of the participation that you do now, what drives you to do that? Like, what's your motivation behind doing those?
Yeah, I'd say connection.
Connection. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I think especially with team sports, I have a lot of fun doing that. Like
Right.
friendly competition.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. That's great. We kind of talk about as we to incorporate to increase more physical activity. We'd like to make things more related to us. So like definitely participating in groups makes it a big bonus.
Yeah.
Talking about now, what
Mm-hmm.
are some ways if you'd like to enhance the level of physical activity, your participation?
Hmm.
Is there anything that you would want to increase more, and how so?
Yeah, I think I'd like to increase my cardio.
Increase cardio. Okay, so cardiovascular endurance, a little bit of heart health.
Yeah, yeah, because I've always had a high metabolism, and
Right.
I've never really had to worry about what I eat and everything, at least for appearance sake. But I do want to be in better cardiovascular health.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, we'll make that a star. Um, what are some ways you would like to incorporate more physical activity into your daily schedules, like when you are working? Um,
Well, I work on Monday, Wednesday, Friday when I'm not in school full
right.
time, and like when I'm on the, I guess what you're saying is when I'm on the job site.
Right. Or like on the days that you're not working, how
Okay.
what do you think are some ways that we could increase your physical activity a little bit more?
think running.
Running, okay.
Yeah.
And one example that I like to tell people is like we can also like instead of taking an elevator to your classes, always taking the stairs, taking the longer way to get to your classes. That's just some examples that I can think of. But
I do take the stairs inside. It's harder when it's hot outside though.
okay, right, exactly. Nobody likes the heat. On your days, so it sounds like you have a little bit off and on days where you're super busy, not busy. On the days that you aren't so busy with work, how much time do you have in the day to exercise or dedicate a specific amount of time?
Well, in the mornings on Tuesdays and Thursdays and the weekends, I don't have class until 11 a.m.
Okay.
So I do like to, take time to study and work on homework before class. But if I wanted to, I could, go for a run in the morning.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Like before it gets hot.
How could we work on like motivating you to do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays? Like what are some things that you think that would motivate you more?
Money.
Money.
No, but seriously, I think probably accountability.
Accountability, yes,
Yeah.
awesome.
Because I think if I did it with somebody or like a group of people,
right,
then I would actually stay with it.
Right.
But to be real with you, I'm not one of those people who loves running.
Okay.
I love running when I'm playing sports.
Right.
But just running for the sake of running,
right.
I've just never really been one of those people.
So it sounds like you have some more kind of different factors than just for the joy and fun of exercising. Like you said earlier, cardiovascular health. You want to increase because of the benefits of exercise.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to cardio, that's definitely the case.
Specifically cardio. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any specific type of physical activity that you don't participate now that you would like to or try that would maybe increase your desire to participate more? Like finding more basketball leagues. I think that's a good example of that right there. Enhances your cardiovascular health.
Yeah, maybe I could be. It's hard because I'm so busy, but it would be cool to be involved with maybe a rec league team or something.
Rec league, yeah,
UNCG.
Rec league. B-ball team. Okay. So kind of looking back now, what do you think are some barriers that hold you back from participating in physical activity? Time. So time management, what you said earlier. Awesome. Do you know of any specific benefits that come from participating in physical activity?
Yeah, I think it's holistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really helps everything.
I think one thing that hopefully that we can try to do is changing these factors of just because of the health and being our goal is the more we participate in physical activity and the more we have the desire to comes from these more internal rewards of I enjoy being physically active because of what you said earlier, because of increased cardiovascular endurance, or because this is for some people, which is a little crazy, it's fun to me, which is always kind of funny to hear people say. Now, from your perspective, are there any cultural or societal norms that would discourage you from participating in physical activity?
Well, I think just living in a modern world,
yeah,
convenience is so much of a key thing, and yet at the same time we're all so busy. Americans are so busy, and so I don't know, but at the same time, working out and stuff like that is trendy and it is cool that. But I think sometimes when you're not good at it, it's not cool.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I
so know. Me, if I was running a marathon, people would be like, "Yeah, that dude's awesome." But if I'm panting and having to stop to walk and stuff, it's as a social norm, that's not really that cool. You know what I mean?
Right. So. All right, and this is the last question.
Okay.
From kind of guiding what we've learned, what are some goals that you would like to achieve by including a more physically active program into your lifestyle?
Goals that I would like to achieve.
Yes.
Well, there's there's a really pretty girl
Okay.
at High Point who's on the cross country team, and I want to be able to like run with her. So
Okay, okay.
Like, I got to get on her level though, because she runs like 15 miles a day sometimes.
So running with a significant other, that is a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if it's attainable. Maybe a more attainable thing would be able to sustain like long periods of time
Right.
of cardio.
Right. Yep. Yeah,
More than just like a couple hundred yards,
right.
Because I would like to be able to go hiking, go play basketball, go do different like swimming, and not have to worry about being out of breath.
Right. Right. Awesome. Those are great goals. Those are great, and those hopefully those will we can use those to motivate
Yeah,
you.
because the girl may not end up working out.
Right.
But the other things are like an internal locus of control,
Right.
where like
Exactly.
I'm in control of those things. So
Well, I think that's it for right now. I appreciate your time, man.
you're very welcome anytime. Are we going running now?
Yeah.